Hi, I'm Lieutenant Marty Dariso with the Lafayette Parish Sheriff's Office School Resource Officer Unit. The purpose of these PowerPoint presentations are to educate you as the parent as well as your student and provide you with information that's beneficial in helping them to overcome everyday challenges or obstacles they may face. For example, some of the information provided will deal with bullying. Some of the information will help your student learn what they can and cannot say as a student of the Lafayette Parish School System. We'll also identify some laws and the consequences of violation of those laws for further discussion between you and your student. So let's begin. Things that can get me in trouble. What I cannot say. Here are some of the things that you cannot say as a student. You cannot threaten to hurt another student. You can't threaten to hurt a school official. And you cannot threaten to disrupt school activities. Some of the ways that might be considered disruptions may be using verbal threats, phones, iPads, computers, online gaming platforms, and social media such as Snapchat, Instagram, or Facebook. Now let's look at what might happen if you're found in violation of saying things that you shouldn't. There's law enforcement involvement, but there's also the school discipline side of things. Law enforcement may get involved when a student is at least 10 years of age and it is a clear violation or serious violation of any local or state laws. Administratively, there's a student handbook provided by the Lafayette Parish School System which lists acceptable and not acceptable behavior. Each student is given this handbook at the beginning of every school year, and every parent is encouraged to read it and become familiar with it. The school also uses a discipline matrix system to help guide in discipline when it comes to violations on the campus. Let's talk about the school resource officer. What is the job of a school resource officer? Well, SROs are on every single campus in the parish of Lafayette. They protect all the students and the staff. Protection and security is the primary function of the SRO. Did you know that SROs are in fact real police officers? And you know what else? We're really good at listening, and we're really good at helping you to solve your problems. What are some of the things that might occur in a school day? And what does the SRO do in these situations? Well, let's take lockdowns, for example. The SRO works with the principal, making sure that the whole school is properly and safely locked down in the event of an emergency. The SRO, like the principal, is responsible for all of the students and adults on the campus. What about a fire drill? Well, the SRO walks the whole school, looking around for the possible location of a fire. He or she does this so that they can direct the fire department where to go if there is an actual fire and to make sure that no one needs help getting to safety. There are many different faces of an SRO. The teacher SRO. Believe it or not, the SRO is and can act as a teacher. Not in a traditional sense where he'll be in a classroom teaching you mathematics or science. However, he or she does know a lot about criminal laws, things that we call statutes. Statutes are just that, another word for laws, and they're written down in a book. SROs teach about these laws as well as public safety and how to be aware of dangerous situations. Now there's the mentor SRO. And what is a mentor? A mentor is someone who can be trusted to give really good advice. SROs are mentors to the students on their campus. Your SRO might talk with you about making positive choices, or they might encourage you to do your best when things seem really hard. And there's also my favorite, the coach SRO. Some SROs are involved in coaching youth sports throughout the community. Some are even coaches at the very schools where they protect and serve. Some SROs have even played sports in college. So let's look at how we can learn to be responsible. Being responsible starts with one thing, a good decision. The best way to be responsible is to choose to do the right thing. You do not have to pretend to be someone that you're not. And you don't have to make the same choices that you see your friends making. You can be you. We're going to go over some examples of what may or may not be good choices. And I'd like for you as the parent watching this presentation to take the opportunity to discuss the answers with your children, see where they might lead you. Let's look at the first one. You decide, is this responsible or not? A student is walking down the walkway or the hallway and they see a piece of trash on the ground. What is the responsible thing to do? How about this one? This one takes place in the classroom. The teacher tells everyone in your class to sit down and listen so that she can begin to teach the class about math. You decide to talk to your friend while the teacher is actively teaching. Is this a responsible thing? Yes or no? What about out on the playground? A student is running during recess. The student trips and falls down. Is it okay to laugh at the student who fell down? And how about my favorite place, the cafeteria? So your class is sitting at a table in the cafeteria and it's time to stand up, pick up your tray, and return to class. You notice that there is trash on the table, but it was left by another student. You decide to pick up the other student's trash. Is this being responsible or not? Here's what being responsible is. Being responsible is doing the right thing no matter what. Being responsible means that you are always doing your best to do the right thing. Sometimes the right thing to do may be the hardest thing to do, but doing the right thing is always the best thing to do. Now, what about being respectful? What is respect? Respect is being thoughtful and considerate of others. When we respect someone, we show them that we care about them. When we are respected, it makes us feel happy. So how can you be respectful? Well, let's take a look. Let's say your friend tells you something about a student that she doesn't know if it's true or not. The reason why your friend says this is because she wants you to not like that person. Is this being respectful? What about personal space? A student does not like it when other students get too close to them. They like to have their own personal space. You know that this person does not like for others to stand too close to them. You decide to stand right in front of them, face to face, just to make them angry. Would this be respectful? Mean things. Let's say you get upset with someone because they have said some very hurtful things about you and someone that you love. You want to call them mean things right back, but you decide to ignore them because you know that they will stop saying these things if you just ignore them. Is this respectful? Now let's talk about bullying. What is bullying exactly? Bullying is when you keep picking on someone because you think you're cooler, smarter, stronger, or better than them. Bullying can make someone very, very sad. It can make them very, very angry. Or in some cases, it can make them very, very bad. What is the behavior of a bully? The behavior of a bully is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. Bullying includes such actions as making threats, spreading rumors, attacking someone physically or verbally, or even just excluding someone from a group on purpose. How can you tell if someone is being bullied? A student may have red marks or bruises on their arms or face that they didn't have earlier in the day. A student might suddenly want to sit alone away from everyone. A student may begin to seem sad all of the time. Or a student might be surrounded by a group of kids. What can you do if you are being bullied? Tell the bully to stop. Whether the bully is doing this to cause you to feel unsafe, tell them to stop. You tell a teacher, tell a counselor, tell a principal, tell an SRO, tell a trusted adult that you feel comfortable talking to. Avoid the bully when you can until you can get help in your situation. And do not become a bully to beat the bully. How can you help someone who is being bullied? Tell a trusted adult. Again, this can be a teacher, a counselor, an SRO, or any adult on campus. Let them know that you think a student is being bullied. Invite the student to join you and your friends on the playground, in the cafeteria, or in line. Tell the bully to stop. Do not begin to bully to beat the bully. Thank you for your time and attention during this video. We hope this video informs you and your student and helps to improve their life as a student of the Lafayette Parish School System.